Yeah, hello and welcome to my analysis of the Principal Cullen 2 trailer. You've probably seen the trailer already 2 months ago or something, but I still wanted to give my thoughts about it and do some in-depth analysis of everything we can expect from this long-awaited sequel. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into the trailer. From these first few frames of the trailer, we can already derive quite some few interesting information about, what the movie is gonna be about. So he's on some sort of sport place. We didn't see it in Principal Cullen 1, but it seems to be like a new location or something. And there's also like some tape, closing off an area. We don't know. Is it something happening on the parking lot behind it? Or are we already inside like the danger zone, I would say? It's quite interesting. So we haven't seen that location yet. And he seems to also be back in the USA, which is kind of curious, that's for sure. So from that camera pan, we can derive some very interesting information, because that forest just looks so similar to the one we saw in the first movie where Principal Cullen eradicated the pupil who should not be named. And if we zoom in even closer, we can even see that white car, which was used to hunt down the other pupils as well. So I'm very curious to see what he's doing in the same city again, and it seems to be the same location as well. Maybe the sport place he is right now is part of the school as well. So yeah, let's continue with the trailer. And this is what I think is the most exciting part about this whole trailer. Here we can see the legend himself, Principal Cullen, talking to us in Japanese. And I thought it was so weird at first, but when we remember back at the end of the first movie where he's flying off, and there were like a few frames of the plane ticket, and it says like flying to Japan or something. So he must have spent a lot of time in Japan that he's so fluent in Japanese right now, and actually translated what he said in this trailer. And it says, "This is Royal Anti-Fortress Hallucination." And this is some very curious thing, because if we remember in the first movie, he had like a short cooperation with like the royal family in the UK in order to like stop the spread of the infection worldwide and such. He's talking about like some sort of building, maybe a fortress, maybe the infection is back or something. That would explain why, the sport fields is like closed off with like that tape, that it's some sort of a danger zone. Or maybe this is a place where he's gonna build up this fortress. But then we have also like, maybe it's an hallucination, that maybe all this, what we saw in the first movie, was just some made up thing or something. And now he's like in deep trouble, and that's why he's back in this city in order to fix the mistakes he made. Like, I'm not quite sure where it's heading, but I could imagine that maybe the actions he did before were some sort of mistake, and now he's back to redeem himself in order to fix what was like destroyed. And we also got like a glimpse of the action scenes in the movie. I'm so glad to see that the actor continues to do all his stunts himself. And yeah, this is his iconic spinning attack. And well, yeah, like throw the bombs and then activate it by spinning around, and then that was so exciting to look like. But he couldn't use it that often because there were so many people around him. So I'm not sure how he's gonna handle it in this movie. When it turns out that this all was just an hallucination, then it means that there are also a lot of innocent people around. So he can't do that many extreme attacks anymore. So I'm kind of curious how he's gonna utilize his powers in order to, save the world yet again. And we also saw like in the previous frame that there were a lot of kids in the background. So yeah, I think he needs to be much more careful this time, and I think he realizes that. And that will be one of the larger emotional plots of the movie, if I would from what I can see in the trailer anyway. This closing shot gives us some, the iconic Principal Cullen smile. But what I find much more interesting is that, like, if you take a look to that info stand thingy, I'm just gonna zoom in. You can see that the tape suddenly stops, Like the whole trailer we thought, this tape is going all around the sports place. But now in this final shot we can actually see it like stopping right there. So what does that mean? Is there some sort of breach going on? Or maybe it's the construction of that weird fortress thingy going on? Or maybe like this whole plan, like this whole danger which is supposedly apparent in the second part of Principal Cullen is just a whole hallucination itself, and that tape cutting off there is just a representation of that. So this is so I don't know what to make of it. Like this whole trailer we thought he was in some sort of danger zone, and now he's smiling at us while the tape is being cut off. Like, I'm seriously not hoping that in Principal Cullen 2 he's gonna become like the bad guy or something, or that everything he did in the first movie turns out to be that he's done some evil or something, because it's such a cliche plot twist, you know. I really hope it's not the case, but yeah, well, that might be one of the reasons though. So yeah, anyway, that was my like analysis and some commentary about the upcoming trailer to Principal Cullen 2. It will come out in June 17, and I can't wait, you know. It's so cool to see such a surprise sequel sometimes. And yeah, if you like this video, then that's good. Don't forget to have a nice day and hit that bully who is bullying people. And I also have a special announcement. I also have like a great merchant express now, which helps me enormously in Guild Wars 2. Anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye.